Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make this on Procreate. This is originally made by Art by Flow, and I'm just going to remake it. I'm going to link the palette I used, also made by Art by Flow, and also the brushes I used. So, I guess we can begin. I'm going to set the sunrise one as default, and I only used monoline and soft brush, and that's how it looks. So I guess we can get started, like really. And yeah. For the canvas, I'm going to use a 2500 by 2500. It's on the last one. It's called Untitled Canvas. I already made it, so I'm not going to make it again, but here it is. So that's how it should look. And those are the colors. I'm just deleting the one I accidentally made. And that is the color we need to use. It's like the first one. And this is what we start off with. I made a white circle on the second color and a circle, and yeah, that's how it looks. And the orange circle is the one I made on top. It's a bit smaller, but that's how it looks. Next, I'm on monoline, just saying. Next, I'm going to do clipping mask so it won't go out of lines. And then go to layer 3, and then it's clipping mask. And then I'm going to make a line. That was by accident. So I'm going to erase that quickly. And I was just showing you, if you press 2 fingers, you can undo. Now I'm going to draw a line about in the middle, and it snaps, and that's how it looks. Now, I'm going to zoom in a bit. Orange circle. And now I'm going to draw some mountains. So, I'm going to make them different sizes. Some are tall, some are small. And make sure to close it, all of it, when you're done. So then you can just drag the color and put it in there. That's how it looks. Now we're going to move on. Now this is the next thing. The next step is you choose the darker brown, not just the lighter one. Next to it is like the darkest brown. Yeah, that one. And I'm going to draw some mountains in the back. We should make a new layer, but I accidentally forgot to. So here's me doing that. And then I realized that it's wrong. So I add a layer. And that's how it looks. So now I'm drawing. And I forgot to move to layer 4, so now I'm actually drawing on the real orange thing, and I didn't realize that until later on, but you can just see me doing that. So if you do that, there's some tiny lines, and you have to fill in the gaps, and I didn't realize that, so I was doing that for every mountain I made, so yeah. I'm going to just show you this part so you shouldn't do that. It's like a bad example, so you can just see. I'm almost done. I'm just going to fast forward this part. So, yeah. Well, I'm not going to fast forward it. I'm just not going to talk. Just scroll through. this is when I realized that I put it on the same layer. So I just stopped the camera at the recording. I erased all of that, and I'll be back with you in a second. Okay, so I finally finished it. Now it's on 2 separate layers, and this is how it looks. I'm really happy with it. Then I added one more layer on top of the brown one and put it underneath the dark brown one. And I picked the yellow on the far right side of the color palette. I'm still using monoline, and then I draw a circle. Oops, so I'm going to do it again. And yeah, an ellipse created. If you snap, you can do that, but I didn't do that, so I just pressed edit shape, and then I pressed the option circle. And that's how it looks. I really like it. Now just make sure it's closed. Now we just have to put the yellow inside the circle, and that's how it looks. Then we go to the S-shaped ribbon, then rectangle, and select the bottom layer because you don't want that. Oops. So I'm going to press clear. And then I'm going to try again. I'm going to select that. And then I take 3 fingers and like swipe them across it. I just lightly swipe them. And it should go away. And now, that's how our sun looks. Now I want to make it glow a little bit. Then I'm going to use Gaussian blur, and I'm just going to slide it. And that was way too much, so I'm going to make it about like maybe 5%, no, 4. And 5%, 5.2%. And I think I like it like that, so I just kept it. And if you zoom in, you can see those tiny, and that's what happens if you put it on the top. In the middle, it'll cover the black mountains, like the darker ones, so you just have to put it there. And if you zoom in, like really, really zoom in, you can see that Gaussian blur things. And I don't really want that, so I'm going to press the S ribbon again, the rectangle, and it's on add, just saying. Don't press subtract or minus or whatever that says. Press add, and then do that again, and then take your 3 fingers. Sometimes that happens, so you can press, it doesn't really matter because it won't clear anything. And then you 3-finger swipe, and it'll go away. Voila. Next, I want to add some clouds. So I go to my first color in the palette, the one we use for the background. And then add a layer on top of that, the light brown mountains. And I'm actually going to drag it under the sun. And do clipping mask. And I accidentally did that dot, so I'm going to erase it. Still on monoline, and I'm going to make some clouds now. So, make the line, snap, and then I'm just drawing the cloud shape. And make sure to close the shape. It's closed, and then just fill it in. I'm going to edit that part because I don't really like it. I'm going to edit it. Yeah, maybe like that. A little more. I think it's too out now. It's fine. It doesn't. No one really sees it. Now, this is a place I made a mistake by making my line way too crooked. Once I zoomed out, you can see that this is how it looks. I actually like the cloud shape and all, but it was like way too crooked. So then I zoomed out and I was like, ooh. So that's how it looks. yeah, I finally realized that. Then I decided to try again. Snap. And make the cloud again. Whoop, whoop, whoop. That's how it looks. And I'm pretty happy with it, so I'm just going to go with it. Now I'm going to do another line. Snap. I don't know, I keep doing that, but snap. Then make some bumps. Whoop, 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 whoop. Nope. I don't really like that, so I'm going to try again. And this time, I don't like it either. But I filled it in anyway. And I edited it. So that's how it looks, and I'm pretty happy with it. After that, I'm going to choose the light brown again and draw some birds. Maybe one bird there. I think I'm actually going to make it thinner, so you'll see. Maybe to like 6%. And then just draw some birds. Birds. E. I don't really like that. Fixed it. Then birds. Now I filled the tiny spot in the middle because like it's the bird's body. It can't just be plain. Then that one too. And I didn't really like that one, so I tried again. And yeah, I like that one better, so I just went with that. Then I realized I made the birds on the same one as the clouds, but it didn't really matter at that point, so I didn't really care. I recommend you to make it on a different layer, but it doesn't really matter. Now you have to group them. First you take the top one and the bottom one, and then you like merge them. You'll see, I'll do it. So layer 6, 5, 5, and 4. And then merge, and that's how it looks. So I just merged them, and then I duplicated them. Press duplicate, and that's how it looks. Then you press the arrow on the top left corner. Then you press uniform and vertical, and then match it up just like that. And I like it like that. Then I press layer, then press the N, and the opacity. I changed the opacity to about maybe 9%. I'm gonna change it later on, but that's how it looks so far. Now I'm going to take motion blur, not Gaussian blur, motion blur, then press layer. And, ooh, that's way too much. So I'm going to do about like 16% motion blur, and then I'm going to change the opacity to about like 19%. And that's how it looks. And I actually decided to change the motion blur thing again because I felt like it was too less. So I changed it to about like 7%. Yeah, 7%. And I like it, so I just went with that. Now we're going to add our final touches. So we're still on layer 6, like the motion blur one. And then if you just take the lightest color, the white, you can add some highlights. I'm going to remove them because then I realized they don't look that good. So, yeah, but you can do that if you want. I'm not going to do that. I'm just showing you. And then highlight there. And then a highlight there. And there. I still didn't realize I don't like it, so I decided to pick the second one and do it. That's how it looks. It looks basically the same. But now I'm going to do it on the dark brown ones, and it made it like a highlight too. looks fine, but I don't really think it went with the theme. Like this clip art doesn't really need those highlights, so just keep it like that. So then I was like, undo, undo, undo. So you'll see me undo, undo, undo. So to undo, you just press 2 fingers on the screen and it'll undo. If you press it for a long time, it'll undo a lot. But I don't really want to do that. Next, I went to the bottom layer and duplicated it. Then I went to the bottom one. And I pressed the arrow on the top. And I hid all the layers and pressed the arrow on the... Then I moved the color and then I turned them on again. And then I moved that dark one that is below the first one a little bit down. And that's how it looks. Then I changed it to Gaussian blur. And you can still use soft brush, but you can use that for other things. I didn't use it, but you can use that for other ones. That's how it looks. And I really like it. Now I'm going to change mine. You can change it to any calligraphy brush if you want to sign it. I'm going to change it to a brush pen. And that's how it looks. And first I did my full name, but then I was like, it doesn't look that nice. So I just did my nickname. Because it was a bit crooked and I didn't really want to write it again. So I just went with my nickname. You can see that like that. So that's how it looks. And yeah. And I did it! Yay! So thanks for watching, and see you next video. Give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe. Bye! Thank you.